Well, thanks so much for talking to us. As the season progressed, we could see that Nate has many layers. How do you feel that Nate has changed from the beginning of the seasons to this new season?
It's a great question, and Jamie, I want to start by saying thank you for taking the time today too. And you're so right. I think all these characters definitely have layers to them. I think that's what makes them so complex, and they're very nuanced as well. And I'm just so grateful that this Nate isn't just like your typical bad boy. And I think as for the progression, like he slowly sort of breaks down his walls. And I think when you're put under a certain high pressure situation, you're almost forced to like look at yourself and face yourself and face those internal demons and become more vulnerable with like the people that you do love. And I think that's what he's embracing. I think he's embracing, his true side of himself and not living in a state of fear and just embracing that and becoming more vulnerable. And I think it's so beautiful to see that like his character arc. Yeah, without revealing too much.
Exactly. Nate has sort of the has plays the part kind of the typical bad boy, but we know that there's the sensitive and caring side to him, which he always shows to Bronwyn.
Yes.
What do you feel Nate most admires about her?
I think opposites kind of attract, as cliche as that kind of sounds. I think they're very, very different people. I think Bronwyn brings out the best in Nate. I think he likes the fact that she is so passionate and caring and loving towards him because his upbringing doesn't tell us that at all. It's the complete opposite. I don't think he was ever shown love or shown vulnerability when he was younger, and I think that's different territory for him. Say again.
Nature versus nurture, as always.
That's it, right? Of course, I love that. So I think Bronwyn brings out the best parts about him and also the darkest parts about him, and I think you have to be able to face those dark parts in order to grow. And so I think that's what he loves about Bronwyn is that he's feels like he is in a space where he feels comfortable to grow with her, and that's great.
We then get to see more of them together this coming season.
Oh, without revealing too much, I think the fans and everyone should be very excited for what we have in store. But I'll try and keep my lips sealed a little bit on that one.
I'd love to know if you can tease if we'll get to see more of Nate's story with his mom here in season two.
Yeah, I think we do see a little bit of the dynamic between him and his mum, and I think it's super important to be able to see that. He's very hurt that like she has kind of come back, and she basically blamed him for the murder of Simon and threw him under the bus. So he feels, I guess, a complete mistrust and hatred towards her. And just being able to explore that dynamic was so amazing to like kind of invest ourselves in. And 80 who plays my mum, she's a Kiwi. She's from New Zealand. She's so wonderful. I just had a blast being on set with her. And props to like the writers and Erica, the showrunner, and the directors. Michael was fantastic when we got to sort of work together and work creatively and in a safe space as well, because I think it's a very touchy subject and you have to be very careful with a dynamic like that. I'm sure a lot of people will relate to that. So we had to play it from a place of truth. But we do get to see a glimpse. Yeah.
What do you think it is about One of Us is Lying that has just continued to make it such a fan favorite and really investable series?
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's such a great question. I think what makes it very investable and a fan favorite is that it is very relatable. I think people are able to empathize with these characters and sort of find comfort and confide in these characters as well. I think that what they're going through, a lot of people are probably going through in their life, and I think it's a safe space for a lot of people to watch and invest themselves in this TV show. And I also think like another aspect is that it's just so I feel like it's such a bingeable show. Like it really keeps you on the edge of your seat. It's exciting. There's suspense there. It's these young people having to deal with such like a crazy traumatic experience, and like it's unheard of. That's unheard of. And so like it's just like it's unheard of. Yeah, like you wouldn't think that these people would be put in this situation. So I think that's what makes it exciting to watch.
Well, like you said, this season, I think it's going to be a big one for Nate. I'm looking forward to more people getting to check it out here shortly. So thank you so much for all of your time. I'm really, really appreciative of it. And I can't wait. One of Us's line comes out here shortly, and more people get to see the mystery continue to unfold.
Yeah. We're all so excited to have the world see season 2. And Jamie, I appreciate you taking the time today to speak to me as well. Much appreciated.
Anytime. Be safe and be well.
You too.